There's 7 money habits keeping you poor, and in this video, I plan to share exactly what they are, what to do instead so that you can create financial freedom and generational wealth faster than you ever thought possible. Like Jacquees, who went from having literally over $200,000 of student loans to 0 student loans, paid off over $44,000 of IRS debt, went from $1,000 to 5 months worth of emergencies saved, was able to get her credit score to over 800, fully funding her 403B, got her will and estate plan established, relocated from the States to Panama with her toddler, all in the last year. Yeah, amazing stuff. And I'm going to share exactly how she was able to replace some of her old habits with new ones that helped her to become the wealthy woman that she is, cutting her plan from about 10 years to past less than half, right? Less than half of her way to her financial freedom goal. And if you want to get the sheet, the resource that I used with her to get really clear on where she was so that she can create a roadmap to where she wanted to go, then comment the word resource and I will make sure to send it your way. Now let's dive into these 7 habits. Being rich implies having more than enough to gratify normal needs or desires. Wealthy, on the other hand, emphasizes the possession of property and intrinsically valuable things. Now, if you're a high-earning woman, then that means to some extent you're already rich because you make more than enough to cover your basic needs. So, kudos to you. Give yourself a hand clap. However, in order to become wealthy, step into your wealthy woman era, you need to be able to turn your earned income into employed income so that you can start building your portfolio of assets, whether that is property, whether that is, any other investment means that are going to help you be able to create that generational wealth that you want. And in order to do so, you're going to have to trade in some of your old bad habits for some new ones. Let's dive right in with number 1, not knowing your numbers. Now, you need to go from not knowing your numbers to facing your financial situation. Yes, I said it. You have to take your head out of the sand. We can't be an ostrich anymore and get over this fear, stress, anxiety that might be coming up when you consider, what's going on with your money. Understanding your financial past, present, future, and preferred numbers is going to be the information that empowers you to be able to steer the ship of your financial journey in the direction that you want. Without this knowledge, it's easy to lose track of your money and miss out on the opportunity to grow your wealth. Honestly, I didn't know my numbers for the longest, right? Until I was 26, going on 27, and I finally calculated my net worth for the first time. It was a rude awakening because it was a negative $70,000. And that was the first time I saw all of my stuff together, because typically your car payments are over here, you got medical stuff over here, your student loans are over here, and you just don't see an aerial view of your financial situation until you do something like calculating your net worth. And that really gave me an idea of where I was at on the map. And in order to get to where you want to be, you have to know where you are so that you can create a pathway to get there, right? It's just like putting a destination in on map. Well, I might be aging myself, in MapQuest, now Google Maps or whatever the case is, right? And so this is going to be one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself, even though it might be a little bit uncomfortable at first. Habit number 2, waiting to invest. Waiting to invest until you know everything or saving only out of fear can keep you stagnant. I'm not going to lie, investing is intimidating to me, and because of that, took the opportunity to invest money to learn how to invest. I took the best course ever, I feel like, for learning how to invest individually. And, it's still something that I'm working on myself. And so I think that you being able to know that about yourself, be honest and authentic, and then say, oof, I know I need help in this area. Where can I get it from? Is going to be something that really makes you more courageous and confident in your journey. Investing in personal and professional development, as well as financially, is just as important and significant. So maybe it's time for you to figure out how to invest some of your funds into learning about how to invest, which sounds weird, but also into your own personal growth, development, and well-being. Don't let fear hold you back. I talk to so many women day in and day out that talk about wanting to create generational wealth for their kids and their families, but they're so scared of what to do with their money. And Jacquees was one of those people. She wasn't yet maxing out her 403B until she joined our community, and we were able to empower her with the information she needed to more confidently make that decision. And she has now been maxing that thing out for over a year. So you want to figure out how to get past this fear that holds you back from making your money work for you instead of you only working for it. 3, spending more than you make. Ooh, spending more than you make might be killing your dreams of financial freedom. Impulse spending, emotional spending, or simply not being mindful about your money can lead to spending more than you make. Whether it's online shopping, dining out, or mood-driven purchases, you want to understand how your mental emotional state is affecting and influencing what you do with your money so that you can get back in the driver's seat in your financial journey. Let's get chatty in the comments. Do you feel like you spend more than you make? What do you notice about this spending? Are there any trends? So I used to work almost 7 days a week for a little bit while I was on my debt-free journey. And what I realized when I finally started focusing on my finances, came up with my goal of becoming debt-free by the time I was 30, which I did, was that my mental emotional state 100% affected how I spent money. And I would drive home down Russell and I had food at home in the fridge. I had bought groceries because I was being more mindful and trying to manage my money better. But I still had the urge to turn left when I got to Mountain Vista and stop at Jack in the Box to get mini churros, some curly fries, maybe a burger, and a Sprite with no ice. It was because I had a stressful day. It was because I was tired. It was because, I wasn't being mindful. And it wasn't until I got on a budget and, being intentional about how I was spending my money that I realized I had an emotional spending habit. And so you may be enabling yourself without even realizing it because you've never given yourself the boundaries or the borders to say, hey, we're not going to do this thing right now for whatever reason. And so you really want to pay more attention to yourself. My best students are women who are spending much more than they make, like Jacquees, and they don't realize that they can harness their habits to work in their favor instead of working against them. We have to help them shift their identity and be able to step into the new version of themselves that is able to manage their money more in alignment with the vision that they have for their lives. And when they do that, it's like the brakes get released. It's seriously phenomenal. So again, if you want the resource that I use with all of my students for them to get clarity on exactly where they are and how to get where they want to go, then go ahead and comment resource so that we can send it your way. Habit number 4, doing it all alone. Yes, you grew up maybe in a season where you had to be independent. You had to take care of yourself. You had to figure it out on your own. There was no one else there that was going to come and save you. I get it. I'm with you. We're kindred spirits. However, what got you here won't get you there. So you're going to have to trade this old habit of doing everything by yourself for a new habit of finding the right support for the areas that you want to grow in. We know that those who have accountability with a regular meeting on the calendar to meet a goal are over 95% higher rate of success. So support is going to be huge when it comes to hitting your goals because it's a marathon, not a sprint. And you can do a lot by yourself, but there's a lot that you probably need to learn. And it could be really discouraging to not know things and to not know how to get the information that you want or that you need. So how can you figure out who it is that you want to connect with in order to fill this knowledge gap? Building a money team can be a game changer, whether it's financial advisors, legal counsel, or a liaison. Having experts on your side can help you make informed decisions and avoid costly mistakes. Trust me. Habit number 5. Poverty money mindset. So we're gonna have to switch from a poverty money mindset to a prosperity money mindset. Having a poverty mindset can truly limit your potential. It's not working toward healing, growing, developing in your relationship with money can become a huge hindrance with the great vision that you have. And so in this season, you're going to have to ask yourself, how can you begin to grow and develop in this relationship with money to be able to align and collaborate with your funds so that they start to work with you and work for you to get you to where you want to go? What did you learn about money growing up? How is it that you believe is the best way to think and feel and act with money now? And what is the gap that you can start to close in order to start becoming that prosperous version of yourself? This is the area that I help all of my students with, and we do this quite quickly so that they're able to have huge shifts in their identity, in their way of understanding money, the one thing that's going to make everything else easier or unnecessary. So focusing here is really going to make things so much easier for you. Paying everyone else first and paying yourself last is one of the biggest disservices that you could do to yourself. Shifting to paying yourself first will truly help you to reduce your anxiety and stress around money and begin to build a fund that helps you to weather the storm, or even if it's little inconveniences here and there that are surely going to pop up on you. Because if one thing is true, life is gonna life. Instead of paying everyone first or giving when you don't have it, prioritize paying yourself first. This practice prepares you for life's unexpected inconveniences and sometimes emergencies, and it'll provide you with peace of mind. After I paid off all of my debt, I was able to save $30,000 in just 6 months, and I can attest to how life-changing it is to have a cushion. You deserve the peace of mind that comes along with having money saved, even if you have to inevitably use it, which is another topic for another day. But exercising this money muscle is going to make it so much easier for you to know that when you use it, you'll be able to do it again because you have the skill and built the muscle to make it happen over and over and over. And number 7, drumroll please. Number 7, one of the biggest habits that will keep you poor is procrastination. Because there's a saying that goes, success loves speed. And you sitting around kind of waiting, maybe because of perfectionism, I don't know, maybe because of fear, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, or whatever, you're kind of creating this period of time between where you are and the execution gap of what you need to do to get to where you want to be, and time is of the essence. Now, maybe everything isn't on fire right now, which is okay, but taking action on the things that are going to help you secure your financial freedom is key. You have to stop procrastinating, come up with a strategic plan, and begin executing it. Like I said, if you want a resource, go ahead and comment resource to get access to it and start using it immediately. Literally, it's helped my students get such amazing results. And if you want to learn more about Jacquisa's story, the amazing results she was able to get in less than a year, then go ahead and watch this video. Have a good time, and I appreciate you for being here, taking the time to watch and listen, and wishing you all the best on your financial freedom journey.